Saws are some of the most common power tools used on a job site. When used properly and maintained in good working order, saws are quick and efficient tools to complete the job. However, serious injuries can result if the proper safety precautions are not followed when operating any and all types of saws. Different types of saws are used on job sites depending on the material being cut and the type of cut needed. Saws can be either handheld or power operated and include the following varieties: table, miter, circular, jig, hand, reciprocating, and chainsaw. Saws can present a laceration and amputation hazard for the operator, and serious injuries can occur when operating a saw if hands, fingers, or other body parts contact the blade. These injuries can occur when the hand slips while feeding wood into the saw, hands and fingers are placed too close to the point of operation while cutting, or when the operator attempts to move or remove finished or scrap pieces of wood from the table. To avoid injury when using saws, wear the proper personal protective equipment, including wearing proper eye and face protection to protect against flying wood dust, chips, and particles. Ensure all blades and rotating parts are guarded, and avoid wearing loose clothing and jewelry that could easily get snagged. The operator should always be aware and take extra precaution regarding the placement of their hands, and keep them out of the line of the cut. Equip the saw's blade with a self-adjusting guard that adjusts to the thickness of the material being cut and that will remain in contact with it. Never remove or override any safety mechanisms built into the saw, and ensure all proper lockout/tagout procedures are followed when not in use. Be aware of kickbacks. Kickbacks occur when the saw blade catches during cutting and throws the material back toward the operator. In order to prevent kickbacks, use a spreader to prevent material from squeezing the saw or kicking back. Use anti-kickback fingers to hold the lumber down. Always sharpen and maintain your blade. Use the proper blade for your particular type of cut. Operate the saw at a speed specified by manufacturers, and position yourself to the side of the saw blade to avoid being in the line of fire. Flying debris and particles are other hazards involved with saw cutting. Debris can be thrown while cutting and can include wood chips, splinters, and broken off saw teeth in pieces. Remove any broken or cracked saw blade from service immediately and maintain sharpness of your blade. And always wear proper eye and face protection. Chainsaws can be very dangerous if not used properly. Before starting a chainsaw, check controls, chain sharpness, and tension, and saw safety devices to ensure that they are functioning properly. Plan where objects being cut will fall, and ensure that the fall area is free of hazards. Always wear PPE when operating a chainsaw, including safety glasses and face shield, hearing protection, chaps, gloves, work boots, and a hard hat. When operating a chainsaw, hold it securely with two hands and maintain stable footing. Do not cut anything other than wood, and avoid contact with nails, spikes, or other objects in the saw's path. Be prepared for kickback, and avoid cutting with the saw tip when possible. Also, use saws that reduce kickback danger, such as chain brakes, low kickback chains, or guide bars. Electricity is needed to power most saws seen on residential construction sites. Therefore, as with any power tools, saws have the potential to present an electrical hazard if not used and maintained properly. All electrically powered saws should be double insulated or be properly grounded with a ground pin at the plug. Cords to saws should be maintained in good condition and not contain any cuts, frays, or gouges to the outer jacket that would lead to exposed wiring. Do not carry any saw by its cord or attempt to disconnect from its power source by yanking or pulling the cord. If using an extension cord, make certain it's the proper gauge and designed for construction usage so as not to overload or overheat the saw, and avoid running your electrical cord through any standing water. As with any potential worksite hazard, workers operating saws should receive the proper training so that they're aware of the proper usage of the tool and the hazards involved with any and all sawing activity.